Have you ever had the feeling that your life goes beyond what you can see and touch? That your experiences, fears, and even talents come from a deeper place, almost as if they are part of a larger journey? The idea of reincarnation suggests exactly that our souls live many lives in different bodies, accumulating wisdom, experiences, and even traumas that we carry with us over time. This belief, present in various spiritual traditions around the world, like Hinduism and Buddhism, proposes that each life is an opportunity for learning and evolution. And even if you're not entirely convinced about reincarnation, thinking about it can open your mind to new possibilities. It might help explain why you feel certain things, why some patterns repeat themselves, and even why you instantly connect with certain people. Today, we're going to explore 8 signs that could suggest your soul has lived other lives and how these past lives might be shaping who you are now. Sign number 1, unexplained fears. Have you ever wondered where some of your most irrational fears come from? You might feel a paralyzing fear of water, even though you've never had a traumatic experience with it. Or perhaps you feel a suffocating anxiety in tight spaces, like elevators or tunnels, without ever being stuck in one. These fears, often called phobias, may not only be the result of events in this life. In fact, some of these phobias may have roots in past life experiences, where you lived through traumatic events like drowning, fires, or imprisonment. For instance, someone who has a fear of water might have drowned in a previous life, or someone who fears closed spaces might have been trapped in a collapse. When you view these fears from this perspective, they start to make more sense and stop seeming so irrational. Identifying these fears as possible echoes of past lives can be a first step to dealing with them more consciously, understanding them as memories that need to be released, not as current threats. Sign number 2, déjà vu. Who hasn't experienced that strange sensation of being in a place for the first time, yet feeling like you already know every detail? Or meeting someone and instantly feeling like they've already been part of your life, even though that seems impossible? Déjà vu is a common, often unsettling experience. Science explains déjà vu as a glitch in the brain, but from a spiritual standpoint, it could be something much deeper. Many spiritual traditions believe that déjà vu is a sign that our soul recognizes something from a past life. Imagine your soul as a time traveler, carrying memories that your conscious mind can't easily access. These moments of recognition might arise in places or situations your soul has already lived through in another existence, like a city you've never visited but feels familiar, or a person who triggers an immediate sense of intimacy. These flashes of memory can be a window into past lives, proof that our journey is much longer and more interconnected than it seems at first glance. Sign number 3, feeling like an old soul. Have you ever felt like you were one step ahead of your friends and peers in terms of understanding life? Maybe you feel that while those around you are focused on momentary pleasures and superficial pursuits, you're always searching for deeper answers about the meaning of existence. This feeling of being an old soul is common among those who have supposedly lived many lives. A soul that has accumulated wisdom and experience over many incarnations may feel like it's seen and lived through much more than others your age. This can manifest in several ways. Maybe you prefer the company of older people, feel more at ease in moments of reflective solitude, or have a taste for hobbies or interests that seem outside the norm for someone of your generation. This misalignment can sometimes make you feel out of place, as if you don't fully fit into the modern world. However, recognizing yourself as an old soul can help you see this as an advantage, a source of wisdom you can share with others, helping them navigate their own journeys. Sign number 4, unexplained skills. Have you ever been surprised by how easily you learn something new, like you already knew it from somewhere? Maybe you have a natural ability to play an instrument without ever taking lessons, or you can solve complex math problems with little effort. These innate abilities may seem like a mystery to those around you, but from a spiritual point of view, They could be traces of talents you developed in past lives. Imagine your soul as an eternal student, accumulating knowledge and skills throughout each life, and some of these abilities are so strong that they reappear in new incarnations. This might explain why some people are musical prodigies or have an astonishing ease in mastering new languages or technologies. These abilities seem to emerge out of nowhere, but in reality, they may be memories of talents your soul perfected in another time, in another place. Sign number 5. Deep connection to cultures or historical eras. Have you ever felt irresistibly drawn to a specific culture or historical period, as if that time speaks directly to your heart? Maybe you have an unexplainable fascination with ancient civilizations like Egypt or Rome, or feel a special connection to a country or culture you've never visited but resonates deeply with your being. This kind of connection could be a sign that your soul has lived in that culture or time, and now, somehow, you're reconnecting with those places and eras. This affinity can manifest in various ways. Perhaps you have a strong desire to learn about a particular culture, feel drawn to its music, customs, or even its cuisine. Or maybe you have vivid dreams that seem to transport you to other times and places, as if you're reliving memories from a past life. Sign number 6. Recurring dreams. Dreams can be a powerful window into the unconscious, and when they repeat often, they may be bringing memories of past lives to the surface. Many people experience recurring dreams that seem too real to be mere products of the imagination. Maybe you dream of living in a distant historical period, like a soldier in an ancient war, or you have visions of cities and landscapes that no longer exist. These dreams can be incredibly detailed, with emotions and sensations so vivid that you wake up feeling like you just relived something, not just dreamed. These recurring dreams might be signs that your soul is processing memories from past lives, or maybe trying to send a message about something you need to resolve or learn in this life. Sign number 7. Instant connections with people. Have you ever met someone and instantly felt a deep connection, as if they had already been part of your life, even though you've just met them? These connections can be extremely strong, almost as if you recognize that soul from another time. Some spiritual traditions believe this happens because you've known this person in another life. They could have been a friend, a romantic partner, or even a rival with whom you had unresolved business. These connections can be both positive and challenging. Maybe you feel drawn to this person in an unexplainable way, or perhaps this connection brings up conflicting feelings, as if there are issues that need to be resolved. Regardless of the nature of this relationship, these instant connections have the power to deeply shape your current journey, bringing valuable lessons for your personal growth. Sign number 8. Inclination towards spirituality. If you feel naturally drawn to spiritual practices, like meditation, yoga, or the search for deeper meaning in life, this may be a sign that your soul has explored these paths in previous lives. Souls that have gone through multiple incarnations often feel a stronger connection to the spiritual, as if they already know that life goes far beyond the physical. Perhaps you feel a deep sense of peace when engaging in spiritual activities or have an ease in understanding spiritual concepts that others find confusing. You may feel drawn to specific philosophies or religions, or simply to practices that connect you to something greater, like nature, the universe, or a divine force. The idea of reincarnation is not just an isolated belief restricted to certain cultures or religions. It's a powerful way to view life as a continuous journey of learning and evolution, where each existence is a new chapter in a much larger and more complex story than we imagine. This concept invites us to look at our experiences more broadly, understanding that the challenges, fears, and connections we make throughout life are not just coincidences or isolated events. Instead, they might be interconnected parts of a deeper process, unfolding over many lives, shaping our essence, values, and purpose. If you identified with any of these signs, Perhaps your soul is trying to tell you a story that goes far beyond what your eyes can see or what your conscious mind can understand. Maybe it's giving you clues about who you really are, where you came from, and most importantly, where you're going. When we begin to pay attention to these signs, whether through dreams, unexplained fears, or instant connections with people, we open a door to a deeper understanding of ourselves and the role we play in the great cycle of life. What signs is your soul showing you today? What lessons are you beginning to notice, the patterns that are repeating, or the skills that emerge from within you without explanation? Don't ignore these signs. They may hold the key to unlocking your true story. If you made it this far, leave the word Phoenix in the comments, showing that you're also open to exploring these depths. And, of course, continue this journey with the next video on the screen now. It might be the next step in expanding your understanding of this endless spiritual journey.